Most of this learning path, we'll be working with the OpenAI APIs programmatically using Python libraries. But to start off with, we'll experiment with the APIs using the OpenAI Playground. So in this video, I'll discuss exactly what the OpenAI Playground is all about and how it's different from ChatGPT. As we've already discussed, and as you likely already know, ChatGPT is the chatbot built on top of the GPT large language model for all users to run natural language queries. So, ChatGPT's target audience is anybody in the world, anyone who wants to converse with a chatbot using natural language. OpenAI Playground, on the other hand, has a slightly different target audience. This is a web application that allows developers and researchers to work with different OpenAI models. So you'll still query the model using natural language prompts, but you'll be able to choose which model you want to use. You'll be able to configure parameters of the model that in turn will change the kind of response that's generated and do a whole lot more. So while ChatGPT is meant for regular everyday use by anyone and everyone, the OpenAI Playground is a web app geared towards developers and researchers who are working with large language models. The OpenAI Playground gives you hands-on access to OpenAI's application programming interfaces or APIs, but without writing any code in a nice no-code manner with a web application that you can play around with. When you work with ChatGPT, you're limited to using the GPT 3.5 Turbo and the GPT 4 models at the time of this recording. But with OpenAI Playground, you can access a variety of different models that OpenAI has to offer. So while you can access the latest and greatest GPT 3.5 and GPT 4 models, you also have access to older models that are trained for very specific use cases. Large language models offer a number of different parameters that you can tweak to change the quality and diversity of the responses from the model, and these are accessible via the OpenAI Playground as well. So the company OpenAI offers both ChatGPT and the OpenAI Playground. Let's understand how they're different. ChatGPT is the chatbot that responds to user queries using natural language. With ChatGPT, you have a dialogue or a conversation with a model, but at the time of this recording, with the free version of ChatGPT, you only have access to the GPT 3.5 model, and with the paid version, you get access to GPT 4 as well. The OpenAI Playground is a web interface that allows access to different models that OpenAI has to offer, in addition to tuning parameters for each of those models. The target audience for ChatGPT is essentially all users in the world. Anyone can use ChatGPT to perform tasks and answer questions based on user input. The target audience for the OpenAI Playground is developers and researchers who are interested in large language models, integrating these models in their application, and potentially working with OpenAI APIs. The Playground offers a way for researchers to test and fine tune different AI models. With ChatGPT, you have a limited customization and ability to tweak the model's response. ChatGPT only remembers the details of the current session, and you can have a back and forth conversation. With OpenAI Playground, things are a little different. It's highly customizable, and you have access to options to adjust variables like the creativity and length of the response that you get from the model. With ChatGPT, the model remembers the entire context within a single session or a single conversation, which means you can ask follow up questions without having to repeat what you said previously. With the OpenAI Playground, you can do all of this, that is, have a conversation or a session within which you ask follow up questions, but users can also train and fine tune their models on their own datasets. Now, ChatGPT is completely free to use for anyone and everyone, but free access may be limited during times of high traffic when ChatGPT servers tend to get really slow. With OpenAI Playground, you have to pay to make use of the APIs that OpenAI has to offer. You get $5 of free credit, beyond which the features require payment.